There we go. There we go. Why? Oh, that's why the light's not on. It would help. I'm like, I'm out here and I'm like, why is it so dark out here? And I'm like, oh, you know what makes things brighter? One, I turn on the main cam. Two, we go live. Why are you scaled? Scale to window. There we go. There we go. How's everyone doing today? Why do I got a new pop-up? YouTube, why are you giving me new pop-ups? Thank you, YouTube, for changing something. No, I don't want to turn on a members only live stream. Oh my God, YouTube. Hey, we know you like things the way they are, and we've set them up that way because we know you like them that way and it works. We've gone ahead and we've done this thing where we've changed everything on you. So like, before, I put out a video today. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's a pretty fun video. It's real simple. It's just the Chube with Luke, and then also with a member of the community, Rain Motorsports. They have a bunch of old printers in a collection, and they were both at 3D Printopia. I did a little video with them. It was fun. But previously, you go to YouTube, okay? You click this button, you click YouTube Studio. I'm not gonna pull it up because it shows some personal details about my YouTube account that you don't need to see. But anyways, on part of that, let me scroll down here. Okay, this doesn't leak any info. You see right here where it says comments, and see how it's showing like 8 hours ago from Rose, and then 28 minutes ago from, and then an hour ago from Rosalie. Yeah, no, now it's sort by relevant. Relevant. Whatever that means. So now if I want to see, hey, what the newest comments are, because, you know, I check comments on my videos. I do read all my comments. I do. I make it a point to try and read them all. So I want to see what's new, because if you posted something 8 hours ago, I probably already read it. Rose, I've seen your comment like 18 times today. But anyways, so now you have to click like view more, and then it loads up another thing. And then I have to go sort by. And then I have to click newest. Then I have to hit apply. And then it shows me my newest comments. And the same thing on mobile, like on the phone. They turned something that was literally one button to see what the newest comment on my channel was into like 8 buttons. Freaking YouTube. UI designers. It's like, well, you know, I have to justify my existence, so I'm just gonna make it bad. And then we can make it better. And then we can make it bad. Anyways, how's everyone doing? If you haven't seen the video out, go watch it today. It was a fun video. Fun video. Fun video. There we go. I had to go to Home Depot today, and I bought a pair of scissors for $1 because they were $1. So I bought a couple pairs. Your wife approved more room. Huzzah! Huzzah! There we go. So how's everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? It is Saturday night. We haven't had a Saturday night stream in like 2 weeks. I know. I've missed you all. I have missed you all. It is now Saturday night, and oh, look at the big guy. Look at the big guy. Look at that big guy. He's looking mighty big over there, but unfortunately, while it is large, it is missing something. It is sorely lacking in the Chube department. So we're going to be putting this in it. So that's what we're doing today. We are installing the Chube Compact in the VentureXL. Hopefully, if all goes well, this should be a pretty simple swap. I should have pre-planned and pre-removed the hot end and like got it all ready and everything, crimped on connectors. Yeah, nah, dog, we don't do that shit here, doing it live. But we do have the new front face printed because the Chube Compact is compact, so it doesn't need like the extended front face that the Rapido Ultra High Flow that is installed. We've also printed our mount for it, and because, you know, ballin', it's PPS, so that wonderful ceramic noise. Takes biggest printer, puts smallest tube on it. Yes, because it fits in the stealth burner. And damn it, I like the look of the stealth burner. I like the look of the stealth burner. Okay, I like it. Besides, I got this. I got this guy. I got this guy. It's got the big flow. We don't need to compensate around here. We're good. We're good. We're good. But what you can do is every stream we give away a spool of filament of POLYMAKER. Link in the video description. Enter for your chance to win. So. Need some of that two-step process. I have some PPS GF20 I want to try printing drone frames in. We got to design some drones. We'll probably do that on Twitch, but we'll be doing that in a little bit in the future. But yeah, so today we are going to be doing that. So that should be a pretty fun thing. My PPS profile is a little mushy on the top layer, so I'm just cleaning it up a little bit. Hello from Slovenia. Hello there. Hope you are doing well. Hope the skies are clear where you're at. No pesky annoyances. Does anyone know how many grams or meters of a Mola Piba sample is? Usually sample filament's like 50 grams. Usually. That's kind of like the general rule of thumb. If you get sample filament, it's usually about 50 grams. Plus or minus a bit, who knows? It's about this much. I promise you weren't going to say Chube anymore. I didn't promise nothing. I promised nothing. Packing to move, you're in the background. Awesome second monitor content. Are you upgrading a bamboo or is this a custom rig? We don't have bamboos here. I mean, I do have one in the basement. It's really good at collecting dust, but we don't, that's not a bamboo. Well, that's a box I'm printing at, but on the other screen, that's a VentureXL, which is like a giant Voron. We're talking about the Siemens NX. That's above my pay grade. Okay. Everyone needs some two-step process. Exactly. The chibi tube. Yeah, I know. Somebody kept calling it the chibi tube, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of like that name. I like the chibi tube. But let's UHF this guy. So we got to get this front face off, which means I got to get some tools and go over there and do my favorite thing in the world and rip and tear until it is done. Because we have to remove that tool head. So let's go over here. I have no way of checking chat when I'm on this side of the room. I can see myself. That's about it. But I have no way of seeing what chat's up to. Also, I unlocked the wheel, so this thing moves quite a bit. That's the wrong size Allen key. That's the wrong size Allen key. How much you want to bet this is also the wrong size Allen key? That's the wrong size Allen key. Oh, this has got to be the right size Allen key. Dang it. Freaking grab 4 Allen keys. 3 of them are the exact same. This hasn't hit general release yet. It is for pre-order. Yeah, the Chube, the Chibi Tube is available for pre-order right now. If you do want to pre-order one, there is a link in the video description to, I think it's just the generic link to Luke's Lab's website, but on the homepage of the website is a link for the Chube. And since you guys are super awesome, it's an affiliate link, but it also saves you 5%. So win-win. So save a little money, get a little chibi tube, and help out the channel at the same time. That is many wins. Why am I unscrewing this like a Neanderthal? Why are we doing this like a Neanderthal? This is the future. My car, I had to sit in my car and wait for a software update to finish today. There we go. The future is now, old man. I forgot how long these. I'm pretty sure I crunched the plastic on this. Did I unload it? Yeah, I did unload it. Okay. There we go. And if all goes well, I'm buying a shed this week, which means I'll be able to reorganize this side of the garage a little bit better. So we'll be doing more streams on this side of the garage, which means there'll probably be Twitch streams of setting shit up over here. Because I figure, hey, you know, if I'm gonna work on stuff, I might as well monetize it, right? There we go. Okay, so we got this guy out. We're gonna need this guy. And then, how is this held in? So we have the little itty bitty guys and a connector. How much you want to bet? I gotta figure out where the stupid, where's my itty bitty flathead? Do I have an itty bitty flathead out here? How much you want to bet? I gotta go get my LTTstore.com precision screwdriver set from LTTstore.com. Because it's got the littlest flathead that I need to, yeah, I gotta, oh, that's not gonna fit. Okay, I gotta run downstairs, go get my, oh, wait. No, that's Hex, or that's Phillips. Damn you, Phil. Yeah, I gotta go get my LTT store screwdriver set. I'll be back in 1 second. 1 second, 1 second. 1 second, it's downstairs. Do. Mana mana do 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 do. Mana mana do 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 do. Mana mana do 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 do. Mana ma mana ma. Mana ma mana ma. Mana 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 bam bam. Mana mana ba ba banana mana ba banana ba mana mana ba ba banana 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 na 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 mana 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 mana. Oh, those set of tweezers are on. Mana 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 mana. Ba banana, banana, ba banana, ba banana, ba banana, banana. Okay, you're out. You're out, and come on, come on. There you go. Oop. I goofed and actually tightened this. I think this should not be tight. There we go. There we go. Oop, what are you caught on? There you go. Okay. Sweet. Everything good over here. Everything good over there. Sweet. Look how, I don't know if you could see how, well, we got parafocal zoom. So parafocal zoom, go! How like dusty this all got already from just like, actually that's another thing we gotta do. We gotta swap this around because right now we have it set up for the extended, so I gotta drop these guys because we gotta put a, we don't need the extensions. Yeah, look at all the Luke, you know what this stuff is. What is that powdery residue? What is that powdery residue? What is that stuff? What is that stuff? What is that delicious stuff? Second monitor behind the wall. When the other side gets more set up, I will have some sort of like a tablet or something over there with just chat. Because the idea would be this is where we build and that would be like the dirty area for working. Because if you're in the Discord, you kind of know. Yeah, the next big project after the Gundam, we're building an astromech. I'm going to try and build an astromech droid. No timetable on that. We have a lot of printing to do for that, but it's actually less than the Gundam. But the plan is to build an astromech. But anyways, long story short, the smoke particles, yeah, basically. There hasn't been any, I haven't printed any ABS on there. That printer has printed pretty much PETG, mostly PETG. It has printed some PLA, but for the most part, that machine has been printing PETG. And it's already got, like, we've already got build up through all this. But anyways, we can get rid of this guy. So that's gone. This guy is gone. So, unfortunately, the Chube, Andrew Rogers, $10 for the Chube fund. The Chuberino, the Chube, the hot end mount for it doesn't have the cutter adapter for the filament cutter. So we won't be able to do any fun stuff with that, unfortunately. But it's actually not that big of a deal, because I'll be honest, I don't know if we're going to be putting a filament cutter in this machine anymore, because plans have changed with this machine and what I may be putting on it. We might not be putting the box turtle on this guy. We might not. I don't know yet. But plans have changed. Plans have changed. Changed have the plans of changingly. I can't plug this in because this needs a power cord. What are you plugged into? Are you plugged into something important? You're not plugged into anything important. There we go. That on. Put some heat sets and stuff. Do I have a 0.8? I got a 0.8 Diamondback. I finally found my 0.8 Diamondback. So it's been used, so it's not all shiny and new. But yeah, 0.8 Diamondback. I figure, you know, diamonds are cool. So we'll go with that. Everyone likes diamonds. They are forever. Just like that James Bond movie said they were. So what you're saying is you want multiple tool heads with tubes on instead of the box. I mean, actually, I think I could. No, because it's a two-piece, I couldn't. No, it's gonna have one tool head, but we might go with a different system for the booster and buffer with rollover. If you were at 3D Printopia, you may know what I'm referencing. Big Tree Tech was cooking something up. But like half the reason I wanted to put a box turtle on this thing is literally just filament rollover, not multicolor printing. So if I can do it a different way and save the box turtle for this V2, I'd rather put the box turtle on a printer that I may actually also do occasional multicolor than just straight up filament rollover. So if you were at 3D Printopia and you saw what Big Tree Tech had, you probably might know what I'm referencing. We didn't design it, is what it, yeah, this is just like, this mount is just the generic stealth burner mount for the Chube. Like, usually, you come out with the basic shit first. And this thing isn't even public, or it's public, but it's not released yet. Like, I think outside of Luke, I probably have more Chubes than anyone else in the world. I think I have 6 or 7 of them, mini Chubes. Thank God customs didn't go through my luggage. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah. By the way, putting heat sets in PPS is fun. It's like 300. No, let's go a little hotter. Let's go to 340. Putting heat sets in PPS is hard. Is this something I printed myself? I mean, yeah, I printed these. I didn't design them, but I printed them. Chube giveaway. Mr. Franco, just for you. If you go to the link in the video description and you enter the magical numbers on your credit card, you will receive a Chube at some point in the future. But you have to enter the magical numbers on your credit, including those 3 numbers at the back. Don't put them in chat. But, yeah. Okay, let's see. Is this hot enough? Yeah, putting heat sets in PPS is fun. It's like, get in there. It's going. It's going. There we go. It's in. There we go. Who is your daddy? what does he do? There. There. So, if you're talking about the VVD, no, this is something different. VVD is a open source, off-the-shelf multi-material system. Think of it like an AMS or a box drill that you don't have to build. That can work on any printer. So it has the advantage of you don't have to build it. It's an off-the-shelf thing. You buy it, you hook it up to printer, printer go burr. You don't have to build it like a box drill. And unlike the AMS system, you can use it on any printer that pretty much runs Clipper. And I think Duet too. Okay, I'm assuming M38s. It's always M38s. Is it anything other than M38s? I'm assuming it's M38s. Please tell me you didn't go crazy and you make me need to use like M3 9.5s or something stupid. M38s will work. Yo, it's on the Stealth Burner GitHub. Oh, is it public now? Is this on the Voron's Stealth Burner GitHub? Are we? Has it been STLs, Stealth Burner, print heads, Chube Compact? There it is. Chube Compact M312s. Ooh, wow, M312s. Break it with the standard. Okay, we'll get some M312s then. Ooh la la. Monsieur Fancy. M312. I'm probably gonna cut this open and steal the PTF out of here. It's M2.7 by 19.1 millimeters. You laugh, but you know, custom stuff like that isn't like crazy rare. You would be surprised how often you see stuff like that actually be used. Think about it this way. When we design stuff for like off the shelf, right? Like we design stuff to use for screws, but imagine you're designing, you know, something where everything on it is completely custom, like some, you know, a Martian rover, an airplane, something where like you need to optimize the heck out of everything. You actually design the screws. You will design the screws for exactly what you need. And if it turns out you need that M12.7 by 19.1 screw with, you know, the weird thread pitch of like half a thread every millimeter, okay, have fun, design it. That's what you're using. I don't know. Where'd it go? Down here. Oh my God, get it home. Don't like this. But yeah, that is a thing. And then you build like you get like 8 of these bolts machined, and then you destroy like 12 of them in destructive testing to ensure that one is good. So, fun times. Fun times. Oliver gifted a community membership. Cheers, Oliver. Remember, best way to support the channel, content I create, and the things I do is become a channel member, Patreon supporter, or if you're cool like Oliver, gifting memberships to others. That way others get to hang out when we do cool, fun member stuff. You get early videos. If you haven't seen today's video, make sure you watch it. And also when we do our members only live streams, you get to participate in those. There we go. Behold, PTFE tube. Okay, let's put this together. So this should be pretty easy to put together, I'm assuming. So that just kind of goes like that. Okay. And then I think because I have the cutter, I gotta go check something. Let me go check the other side here. So I think this should be flush. That's flush. So let me just double check this. and see how much this needs to stick up. Zoom out so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Wondering if that comes right up to it. It does, so it needs to stick up an ever so slight amount. We may have to cut a PTFE tube. Problem is, I don't know if I actually have Bowden tube out here. I do. I do have tube. We do have the tube. How's it going? It is going actually really good tonight. I'm in a great mood today. There you go. I am in a fantastic mood. Okay. So we're just going to cut this long for now, and then I'll just slice it up later. Okay, that's in all the way. Oh, I should probably, okay, the ones without anything on the end are the thermistor or the heater cartridge. The ones with these crimped on it are the thermistor. Okay. These are too short. That's too short. I think they're 16s I need. 3 16s. There we go. Learned a lot from the Pika. Chew? There we go. Okay, so. There we go. Probably should have did this before. Yeah, it'll be fine. Okay, so now we got 2 of these. So that's the thermistor. And this is the heater. So the heater cartridge needs to be approximately that long. So we get our little snipper-snips. Where are my snipper-snips? There are my snipper-snips. We'll do a little snip-snip. I hate stripping these. These are 24 volts, right, Luke? You didn't go crazy, give me like some 48 volt 1,000-watt heater here, right? This is 24 volt, 80 watt, right? Right? Okay, they're 24 volt. Good. Just double checking. I know you like your maximum overdrive freaking send it, boss, but just double checking. Normie. Okay. Is white or gray smaller? White. Okay. With the big crimp. Big crimp. Power it with your thorium reactor. You know, let me just, fire up the thorium. Open the portal to hell so we can, pull a little energy from the hell dimension. There's some guy who doesn't like it, though. A little doom-coated. I will say, as a staunch not liker of fiberglass sleeving on wires, whatever you use, Luke, strips mighty fine. Whatever the specific type of wire you're using here, it strips pretty clean. Strips mighty fine. Insert mom joke here. Okay, so the next one is the itty bitty one, which I hope to God I still have these connectors. I am just realizing I might not have these stupid connectors somewhere because I may have cleaned house of them. Let me go digging in my spare parts bin to see if I didn't throw them out. Oh, of course. Because, I need to have a freaking Chimera. Why do I have a Chimera? Why do I have a Chimera out here? Nope. 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 Oh, I think these are them. I think I found them. I think these are them. We may have to reuse this connector though. Like, I know I have them somewhere. I just don't know where. What is a Chimera? A really bad idea. There was a time in 3D printing where we decided, let's just mount two hot ends right next to each other. I'm sure it'll be fine. And it's one of those things that on paper you think works really good, right? And then in practice, there's so many variables in 3D printing, because anyone who thinks 3D printing is a solved science is a fool. There are so many variables involved in 3D printing, it's ridiculous. So what ended up happening was it just either drags the nozzle on everything or it oozes all over everything. So yeah, there's a reason E3D stopped making them like 6 years ago. But the original Voron V1 had it. And because I have an original Voron V1, or I have an original Voron, I have it. Okay, are these the right pins? These are totally not the right pins. Okay, so it's not these ones. I may just give up and solder these wires together. If I don't have them, I'm just going to solder them. Check over here. Because I have a ton of regular microfits or JST connectors, but I don't have these little itty bitty ones, unfortunately. Water cooling. Everyone thinks they know the future. It's like, remember when Bamboo said the future was no more bed flingers, and then they came out with a bed flinger? Remember that? You know who knows the future? The market. Because whatever the market decides is the future, that's what the future is. Whatever little Timmy in his pocketbook says is the future, that's what the future is. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut these in solder. because unfortunately, I don't have these connectors anywhere. Let's do a little digging. Let's do, because these are way too small. These are for like itty bitty JSTs. Is this the same guy? Yeah. I mean, at least I have 2 chances to do this. No, those aren't micro fits. Shit. Maybe in here? Micro fits. Micro fits. Nope, they're all micro fit. All micro fit. I'm gonna spend so much time looking for this, and then it's like, I should have just soldered it. Soldering it would have been quicker. We'd be done now if I had soldered it. But no, I'm gonna keep looking. See what I can find. It's like, I know I have it. It's just, where do I have it? Of course, it's some weird oddball size that is only used in like this one connector. Nope. Oh, nope, more microfit 3s. I got tons of microfit 3s. Oh. No, you're microfit, you're microfit. But you, are you the right ones? Nope. Yep. Yeah, I'm it's like, no, don't give up. You didn't include any connectors on the with the Chubes, did you? No. No. Okay, we're soldering. We're gonna do a little soldering. We're gonna solder them. I'll just solder them. Just solder them. It'll be easier. Okay. How long do these need to be? So you come up, so you need to be about that long. So you need to be about that long. Okay. What connector? They're JST, but they're one size down from like your standard JST. It's like whatever JST that you use in like picture tech boards, it's like the one size down one. Unfortunately. So, yeah. ZH, the Giga. Oh, God. Hey, you're the one who decided to make accessories for the Giga. So... I mean, somebody had to support everyone that bought those machines. Luckily, it's you. If you have any EBB, well, it's too late now. I've already cut it. And you're right. I do have EBBs up in my storage area. But you know what? Too late. We've already cut it. Too late. Too late. Also, can we get some F's in chat? We had to put a good one away today. I had to put a good one down today earlier. After 5 years of solid, reliable service to my household, our air fryer died. So I bought a new one. We were at Crappy Tire and they had them on sale. So we bought a new one. Ooh, that's good. Where did I put that? No. Yep. Rip countertop convection oven. I know. It is just a convection oven. Like, it's nothing fancy. It's a freaking air fryer. It's a convection oven. But damn it meant something to me. Luckily, there's no positive or negative with these, so we got that going for us, which is nice. Although we are going to have to redo the calibration with the I'm hearing a noise. Okay, maybe I'm just hearing something. Maybe I was just hearing something. Maybe I'm just going a little insane in the membrane. I gotta remake this. I have this stupid little case that I printed on this 24-volt power supply with a bunch of XT60s, and I printed it years ago, and it's like falling apart, and I just need to get off my butt and actually like reprint it, but I don't have the files for it, and I don't know if there's any other comparable type designs to it. I think there is. In fact, I'm pretty sure I saw one at the Prusa booth at the event. But okay, so let's see. So I'm totally going to be lazy and just do a side butt whatever it's called, side to side solder. Nothing fancy. There we go. Western Union. Oh yeah, I need to use the Western Union splice, or the NASA instructional splice for a thermistor joint that has 0 force involved on it. Actually, that's a pretty bad one. Actually is a bad one. 1 second, let me see. Let's see if it's actually joined. Yeah, that'll do. I mean, they're PT1000. If they were like proper, like whatchamacallit, if these were it doesn't affect PT1000s and thermistors, but there is a type, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but there is a type of sensor that requires that you do actually, the wire has to be a certain length, and any crimps or solders to it can affect resistance, and it will actually read differently. And I know that because I've built molds with those K-type. Yep. I've built molds with those, and the wire broke. And a thermocouple. Yeah, thermocouples. That's what it is. I built a mold. We built, a lot of molds have them. But if that wire breaks, When a wire breaks with a thermistor, you just go in there with your soldering iron and you just go and put it back together. You just literally twist the wires, wrap it in tape, and call it a day. When those break, it's like, nope, rip the whole mold apart, replace it. Because they're all calibrated to like a certain length. It's super annoying. I hate it. Okay, so we got our thermistor, which is a PT1000. And we got our heater. Look at that nice little package. Look at that little, and we got the little clearance for the air ducts. We got a little that. We got the titanium shield. We got our little socket on it. Our chibi tube. Now we go install it in a printer. Yeehaw, cowboy. Off. Plug. Try not to break it. Oh my God, this is falling apart. Oh, shoot. Nope, we're not ready. We're not ready. I got to transfer the electronics from this front face to this front face. Swap some fans. Okay. Clearance has the clearance. We need clearance. Roger, roger. What's your vector, Victor? Over. You know what's kind of sad? I don't, it's not sad, but it is October 4th. I'm about to turn my air conditioning on in the garage. It's gonna get a little, well, you won't hear it, but it is like October and it's jeans and t-shirts still. Like I'm wearing shorts. Hooray for global warming, I guess. TMI. That I'm wearing shorts? I like shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear. Mild winter. I mean, I'm not complaining about a mild winter. You know, it's a proud Canadian tradition where you have to build your kid's Halloween costume to fit over a snowsuit. But it's just like, I want to put my lawnmower away, damn it. Don't worry, I'm not going to pinch the wire. Hopefully. Like, I want to put my lawnmower away, damn it. The grass keeps growing. And for those wondering, no, we don't have RGB lights in here. Why? This is the fourth or fifth time I've had to replace this fan shroud on this printer for various reasons, and I don't care about that shit. I really don't care about RGB in the tool head of a 3D printer that much. For those that do, all the power to you, nothing against it. I just don't care. There we go. And there we go. That is that. Behold, El Chube. Sarcasm. Okay, so now we come back over here. We're gonna need you. Gonna need you. And let's see. Oh, so I have to raise this up. So I had some spacers because the previous one was the longer fan shroud, which you no longer need. So I need some short M3s. Hopefully I have some socket heads because, you know, aesthetics. They do. It's going to melt so much plastic. Believe how much buildup is on this already. Like just gunk buildup. So much gunk buildup. Okay, so you go in there. So we don't need the extension anymore. I'm going to try and not block the camera with my butt, but promises are not a thing I can do. How's the camera angle? Is that? Yeah, you can kind of see it. I mean, I could, you know, be smart and do this. So I can work at it and you guys can still see. So move you over here. There we go. Okay. Look, I'm big brained. Okay. So now let's see how much we need to trim off this. Get that in there. And do you? Do you? Okay. So that is right flush. So we're gonna have to trim some of this off. It's gonna be a bit annoying. 1 second. Let's do this. I should have been smart and done this outside of the printer, but that would involve me being smart. Because whenever am I smart? Do I have blades out here? I don't think I do. Trying to figure out how to do this without slicing all the wires. Okay, so make sure that's in all the way. How is this that unsharp? Really? Where's my stone? Where's my stone? No, seriously, where did my stone go? How did I lose my stone? Where'd you go? How did I lose my sharpening stone? Okay, well, make it work. This is horrible. This is horrible. Sharp enough? No, you're not sharp enough. I could pull it out, but the problem is I don't want to pull it out because I don't know if I'll be able to seat it back in all the way. I'm hoping I could just trim it flush. I was hoping I could trim it flush with this, which I've done in the past, but I can't get close enough. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. That works. Okay, back to the other one. Longer PTFE. I can't do longer because this part is designed for the filament cutter. So it's flush. It's flush. Okay. So the filament only needs to stick up like 0.5 millimeter above this. It's because we have like 2 different systems, kinda. Yeah, there we go. That works. Yeah, right there. Because it's literally flush with the bottom there. So I just need it to like stick up ever so slightly. And I know you're not supposed to tighten these, but I just kind of put a little pressure on them so that I can let go of this and it doesn't fall. That's what I'm doing. So let me see what chat's saying. You recommend the Eddy probe? I don't know if I have the Eddy probe. This has the not a beacon. They're eddy current probes. I like eddy current probes. Personally, I'm a fan of any system that uses the actual nozzle to probe the surface. That's kind of a me thing. This one's kind of a pain. I don't like how these connect though, because half the time I don't line them up and we don't actually get a connection. I always miss lining these up. Come on. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. Grab my electric screwdriver. What probe to upgrade? Well, the switch wire. Okay, here's the thing. Whenever someone asks, what should I upgrade? First thing I'm going to ask is, are you having problems with your existing setup? Okay. Do you need to upgrade or do you want to upgrade? That is the first thing. If you don't need to upgrade and you just want to upgrade, that's different. So the thing with the switch wire is you got to be careful with the switch wire, because on the switch wire, the bed isn't the most, you can't be hitting that bed, right? Pushing it with a nozzle is going to be a problem. So what you might want to do is an eddy current probe and just not use like tap on it. Now, while I'm doing this, can somebody be real nice and link me in the Discord, the wiki, to set up the, does this have a beacon or a, I gotta go through the setup on this, the probe. I think it's a cartographer. It's got the wiggly lines as the logo. The logo is the wiggly lines. I think it's a cartographer. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to set it all up again and go through the, like, because the offset's all different now. So. Oh, I made these way too long. Why did I make this so long? It being long doesn't really hurt too much. Getting it back in there is going to be annoying. My God, I hate these. I hate little switches. Yeah, let's use little connectors on boards. That'll be fun. Let's totally do that. And then when it doesn't want to fit in, you can swear. No. Get in your hole. Damn it, get in your hole. There we go. Okay. So that's that. Now, put you in one of these, and then we get our LGT store.com screwdriver. Tighten that. Get this other guy. There. Come on. You gotta be careful when you're doing this with tweezers, because a lot of times there's like little surface mount components that are right there. And if you're using the tweezers to hold like the, like if this is the connector and you're trying to hold it like this so you can push it in, you can scrape those surface mount connectors off. Ask me how I know. Okay, that's that, that's that. Get you hidden in there. You're good there. These I probably should have put behind these guys. You know what? We're gonna try and swap this. We're gonna try and swap this. Let's see if I can get you out without breaking anything. Okay. Let's see if I can get you out without breaking anything. Come on. There we go. Okay. Okay. Woo! Okay. There we go. You go there. You all mush under there. Hide under there. Hide under there. And then you go there. Oh my God. Look how beautiful that is. Sweet. Okay. So now, power up and hope we don't get electrocuted. Okay, we didn't get electrocuted. That's good. It's always a good day when you don't get electrocuted. There we go. Clipper is attempting to connect, and we are connected. We have connected. We are online. Sweet. We are, as the kiddies would say, in business. Okay. Huzzah. That went surprisingly well. So that's kind of the one thing, well, one of the several things I was actually most interested in with the whole Chube compact was the fact that it is pretty much like, I'm trying to find a ball of ISO. It drops right in. Like you just, it works with existing system. It doesn't use like, it's not using a PTC heater. So systems like that are running Calico, they have less issues with heater cartridges than those kind of thermistors. So you have that advantage. If you want to reuse a thermistor, like you already have a PT100 that you like or whatever, like you want to reuse your existing thermistor, it takes normal thermistor cartridges, it takes normal heater cartridges. So you could reuse stuff you already have if you want. So you have all that advantage. Also, here's a pro tip. If you do like I do, where you buy ISO at like Costco, and you have these jugs, buy these. You can buy these little screw-on spout tops. Okay. I don't know where you buy them because I stole this from work when I worked at the mold shop, but they screw onto this. So you just kind of just put this on, and now you can, there you go. So I gotta clean down the bed. I haven't printed on this machine. Well, actually I have printed on it recently, but I've had stuff on the bed. So I gotta give it a little wipe down, clean it up. It's a little dirty. Just a little. Just a little. Oh wow, this was really empty. That is empty. Get your ISO from work? Yeah, I used to. I mean, at the shop I used to work at, it wasn't ISO with methanol. So we used methanol instead of ISO. And it worked pretty good. Oh. If you come this way, you'll be on camera. Oh. Oh no, I forgot that. Where did I forget that at? Oh. It's right there. You're good. Is that a spider? No. There we go. Okay, all clean. How'd he go down? Okay. There we go. Okay. Like the squeeze bottle? Well, it's a squeeze bottle. You can squeeze it. There's a fly in here. Okay. So now, VentureXL. So according to this, the extruder is 28 Celsius. So let's see. Are we? Oh God, I don't remember how this is set up at all. I'd back up. Okay. So we are in. Oh God, not printer.cfg. It is in, where is the toolhead board? Adaptive bed, blob of fire, crow's nest, camp, mainsail, reshaper, stealth, burner LED. No, I've depreciated that. Stepper.cfg, time lapse. Is it in here? Extruder? It is in here. It doesn't have its own toolhead board. Okay. Thermistor type is PT1000. Oh, it's already set up for PT1000. Okay. So now we got to go ahead and redo all of our Z stuff, I think. I have to recalibrate my Z, right? Because we had the cartographer, or not the cartographer, yeah. It's not a, yeah, this. We got to go through. Okay, it is a it's cartographer. Okay. Scan versus touch mode. So we've already have it set up for touch. I just have to recalibrate it. Okay, before you begin, hardware setup, software configuration. Okay. Calibration. Okay. So we just have to recalibrate. Yeah. I shall recalibrate the Z. Not the Z. The Z. Not the X. Not the Y. W is right out to lunch. But the Z. Okay. If you want to use cartographer in the auto Z offset, you'll have to add special touch instructions. Okay. Copy. Paste. And then save config. I think I've already done that. But we're just going to go through the list again. Just go through the auto calibration. What is the auto calibration? What is the auto calibration? What is the auto calibration? Because I think we did that on this guy, but this has a beacon. Also, I'm just realizing I have an Allen wrench in there. I should probably get that out. Your WEC combo. So what is WEC? It comes at a, yeah, I know it comes with the heater and the PT1000. I know that. I'm just saying, like, if some people may have had like what if somebody was already running a 48 volt system and they had a PT100 because they had the amplifier board. Like that's the nice thing with this system. It is a nice Gucci high flow system that is also pretty compatible with a lot of existing systems and hardware. Like a Voron, you literally need to print 2 parts to put it in. That's it. It's 2 parts. You can swap from like you can take a Voron 2.4 that you built in 2020, right? Okay, I don't think there's a mount for the afterburner, but you could just, if you upgrade it to stealth burner at some point, and just print 2 new parts, and boom, there you go. Okay. Sorry, I was making a joke. Zed is a character. WEQ combo is basic training combo skills. Oh, I was thinking like, or no, is it C? What is it in, what is it? You have X, Y, Z, and then what are the rotate ones? Because there's rotate this way, and then there's rotate that way. I can never remember which one's which. Have I had any MCU or SB combo? I have not, B-Dog. I have not. Okay, so we're going to go through the manual calibration I get. Because somebody's like, do auto calibration. I'm like, how do I do that? And they never said anything. So, okay. So home the machine, X and Y. I probably should be over there looking at it, but I could just do this. Okay. There's Y. Okay. And then we move to the middle of the bed, G0. X 300, Y 300. There we go. Do I know when Voron Phoenix will be released? They're trying to get it done by the end of this year. They're working on it. There's some stuff that came up with the whole, you know, a meter cube of metal and plastic and whatnot expands at fun rates. So that kind of sucks. At this point, you might want to note that your Z end stop is triggered. This is normal. It resolved once that. Okay, so now we do the calibration. Should I do a home all first? Because I think if I put this in, it's going to want me to like come down, and it is, we are, yeah, we're way up. Okay, I'm going to cancel this. I'm just going to do home all, and I hope it doesn't Z negative China. So I'm going to go stand over there. Thermal expansion problems. Basically. This machine has slow Z. So that's another reason a stealth changer on this would be annoying, because coming all the way back up to grab a tool and then coming all the way back down at this speed would suck. This is not a fast machine. It is not meant to be a fast machine. One day I will trim the extra Z belts, but not this day. So we'll get our Z offset set up. We'll do a PID tune, and then we'll print a cube and see how it goes. And I can stand here with my finger on the power switch if I need to. So. So this is going to live in that corner back there, where you can see, I think you can see a pile of extension cords. So this printer is going to live in that corner. I'm going to build a shelf next to it, or a bench, which will have the Carvera Air, the Milo, and then the laser underneath. I'll be able to exhaust the laser outside, because this is my garage door. And then I'm hoping right here on this side near the garage door to build a whatchamacallit, a paint booth for sanding and painting and all that jazz. Oh, okay. So it does home. We're good. We're good. Okay, so it does home. Sweet. Okay. So we've done that. Okay, so now you can either lower the interface with that to lower it. Okay. So now we paste that. And I'm probably going to need a piece of papier. So let me get the piece of papier. Over here. And I think I can just use the screen for this. I can, sweet. Ow. Okay, lower nozzle. Okay, so that touches. There we go. So that's good there. Then we come over here and we go to accept. And then it does like some scanning calibration stuff right there. Okay, scanner calibrated. So that's good. I'm gonna go live up here for now. Okay. So that manual, okay. So accept, save config. Okay. Then we do a G28. Okay, good. It didn't crash. Do probe accuracy. I don't need to redo any of this. I shouldn't have to redo any of this. Setting up touch. Okay. Because this should all be the same, so I shouldn't have to redo any of this. So I shouldn't have to redo any of that. So now we go to quad gantry level. Because all we're doing is just basically redoing the Z. So now we're setting up touch. What bed sensor? It's a cartographer. You have 2 tridents. Dude, Nemesis Prime. Have you seen Willow Creatives Hollow Knight? Please tell me you've seen Willow's. Or not Hollow Knight, Hornet. Yeah, here it is right here. Here it is. She did such a good job. Like I'm impressed that she was able to put this together so quickly. I mean, look at that Hornet cosplay from Hollow Knight. Like that's just insane. That is just insane. Oh, this is her Hornet. So she printed the needle. And then she has an SV08 Max. And then she printed in lightweight PLA, I think. I think it was the foam. She really likes the foaming PLA and the TPU as well for a lot of this stuff. There's a little gnat flying around me. Yeah. Like, this turned out sick. Like, she did such a good job. And it's a surprisingly easy costume. Like, really, black spandex suit, which you can buy off Amazon. The cape, which you got to do a little bit of sewing. The helmet, which you got to do a little printing and painting and priming and all that. And the needle. So, surprisingly simple. Okay, so that is done. QGL is done. And Z28Z. Okay. Initiate a threshold scan. This will determine the threshold for cartographer. The threshold will determine how much force is required to touch your bed consistently. You start this by doing a generic scan. So, cartographer, threshold, scan. So we let this do its thing. And then it does its thing. This takes a while, unfortunately. Like, I get a lot of these failed deviation things, and I don't know why, but eventually it kind of figures itself out. just kind of let it do its thing. It fails a bunch, and then it tries it with a different number. Because now tries it with a different value. So Control C, Control V. Yeah, but if I did that, then I wouldn't get people into baiting people into easy comments engagement. So this, we just kind of, every time I've done this, it just like is annoying for a bit and then it just works. So I don't know. I don't know. Only have a single color printer. Where do you guys find free multi-part color things to glue together? You'd be surprised. Printables will have it. You had to bump it up. So it does it automatically. So right now it's trying at 1500. Now it's trying 1750. It'll just keep going up threshold value till it works. So, yeah, there's tons of sites. Personally, I'm a fan of printables. I'm not a fan of MakerWorld because MakerWorld makes you create an account to download files. I'm not a fan of sites that require you. I don't want to be tracked with what I'm downloading of my own choice. Like if I don't want to create an account on your site, I shouldn't have to download files. But it is what it is. Has the Chube been installed? Yeah, it's installed right now. You can see its little blue sock right there. I was gonna put the black sock on it because I have some black socks, but I only have one blue sock. And I'm like, hey, it's gonna be special. But I don't have enough socks for all the Chubies, unfortunately. I only got like 2 more socks. So some of them are gonna be running, some are gonna be running free and wild. So, sorry. It's okay. It's still failing. Testing threshold 2500. I don't know if it's just because this machine's so big or what, but like getting the nozzle tap on the cartographer on this has always been a pain to get touch working. Like, I don't even know. I should have honestly just left it with whatever value it had. Because it is touching. Or no, it's not touching. It's like ever so slightly not touching. It's kind of touching. I don't know. It's like every now and then it touches because it's basically checking values, and it's like if it's too sensitive, it won't trigger properly. And if it's not sensitive enough, it'll Z negative China, and that's bad. It's not a beacon. You said it, not me. You said it, not me. I have a beacon in this guy. This guy has a beacon. I could just, you know, swippy swappy it. But actually, what I got to do something very important right now. I got to do something very important right now. Very important. Very important. Right there. Probably shouldn't be touching the printer while it's doing this, but also it doesn't help the wheels aren't locked down. There we go. Oh, good threshold found. Oh, it failed. Open a beer. Do I have any beer? I don't think I have any beer. I'll be honest, I haven't really had, I don't buy alcohol anymore. I got a bottle of wine in here. And there's some White Claws, but like, that doesn't count. We don't need beer. We have gamer subs. Use code Canuck. See, right here. Use code Canuck, save 10%. Whenever you come to Wisconsin, we'll load you up on Spotted Cow. What's Spotted Cow? Like, what is? Oh, it's a beer. It's a beer. Okay. I'm like, what the Spotted Cow? What? There's like burn marks in this. How did the chubby survive? Oh my god. Yeah. Ultra high flow in my butt. Look at that. Look at that. Ah! That looks worse than a freaking 3D. It's still going on the stupid threshold testing for touch. I should have just left it at whatever value it had. Good god, this hot end is nuked. I gotta save the nozzle on it though. I gotta get the nozzle out of it. But yeah. Come on. I mean, it probably doesn't help. There's might be a little bit of plastic on the nozzle. And it's tapping right in the middle of the bed where there's like really no bed because there's probably a little gap and the flex plate might be giving a little bit. That's probably why it's doing this, honestly. Because it's right in the 4 freaking beds that meet. So the flex plate might like have a little give to it. And that's probably why it's being all funky. Honestly, that's probably why it's being funky. It's because it's right in like it's in the 4 corners. Come on, hurry up. I want to print something. It's 9:30. Actually, here we go. While it's doing that, I can pull up Orca Slicer. I can show you, I've acquired some files. I've acquired some files that the VentureXL will come in exceedingly useful for. No suitable threshold. Okay, so let me try something here. If I'm up, I should be up right now. Why does it say it's at ZBAT? Oh, wait, okay. 1 second. This has killed me before. If I like home it now, it like crashes. Okay, move. Up. Yeah, it's out of range. Okay, I gotta rehome. Okay. Move. Home. Home all. Oh. Home all. You're going the wrong way. We're just gonna do this. Do a cheeky little power cycle. I remember this has killed me before. The bed has 2 sides. There's a reason you don't see the other side of this bed. Is because if it fails this, it moves in the opposite direction. So I did like, oh, do negative, you know, move up 10 and home, and yeah, and it just so home all. Okay. Okay, so it's home. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. So instead of doing the threshold scan in the middle there, we are going to go 20 mil that way, 20 mil that way. And now we'll do the threshold scan. Okay. Now we'll do the threshold scan. And hopefully we get a little bit better result. Only 20. Well, the thing I'm thinking is there's 4 beds on this printer. This printer has 4 beds. You can see 2 of them there. So it's got 4 beds. And I'm thinking that very middle of the bed isn't fully supported. So it's like not triggering, essentially. So we'll try it again here. And then if this doesn't work, I don't know. I just don't know why it's not working. Because it's worked before, but it may not be exactly that flat. Yeah, I mean, the bed is actually surprised. Like, I printed big stuff on it, like, no problem. Like I've printed big stuff on it, no problem. So it's got no issue with that. It's just big. It's just big. So while that does that, I've acquired some files. Is this a beta? I'm not doing beta. I don't do betas. Okay, prepare. So we are on the FISEC 0.8. So I gotta go digging with my 3D models. Here is the R6 files. So we got this guy now. So we have a little friend we can print now. Where do you want a brim? Where is the brim? Brim, outer brim only, yeah. Out. Actually, it's not freaking out. Where do you set affinity again? Processes, Orca slicer, resource values. No, where is efficiency mode? Proper. How do you set affinity? Where is affinity at in here? I can never remember. Is it under details? There we go. Set affinity. There. 1 core. Okay, now it won't do that. But yeah, there you go. There's ain't doing an R2. Everyone and their grandma has done an R2. I try to do something common, but not quite common. That's why I have the heavy Mando suit. So I figured doing an R6 droid would be kind of fun. Yeah, we haven't PID'd yet. We're still waiting on the freaking touch to try and unfuck itself. I might just say screw it and not bother with touch, I'll be honest. Because it's being really much a butt right now. Yeah. What is the command to auto calibrate a cartographer? Is there a command to auto calibrate a cartographer like there is for Beacon? But yeah, so that is 2.5 kilograms of filament, 1 day, 3 hours. 0 supports too. They designed the supports into the model. So it's like just part of the model. You don't need to worry about supports. Although I probably, to be honest, would probably print it at 0.2 layer height. Just because less sanding. Oh, this is what this is their version of the auto calibrate. Well, it's being a butt. I don't like it. Takes a bit longer to slice now though, because we only have 1 core. But at least this OBS ain't freaking out. Next time I'm gonna set OBS to launch in administrator mode. Maybe that'll help. Maybe OBS in administrator mode would help. No suitable threshold was found during this. Okay, so let me see. There is this speed 2. Let's try that. Let's try that. See if that works. Gergman, $9.99 for the Astromech fund. Cheers and appreciated. The Astromech build, if I do it, that will be an ongoing thing. It would be something we like work on during streams. It will be a months-long build that takes place over a long time. Because that is a lot. Very concerning. We're not checking the accuracy of the probe. We're trying to do touch, and it's not working too well, and I don't know why. Here's the thing: this probe works fine for printing. Move on. Well, we've already set it, Luke. We've already set up the Z offset. It's just we're trying to set up touch now, and touch isn't working. So we already have it normally. I'm gonna let this run one more time, and if it doesn't work, F it. Because we already did set it up with paper. So it'll just be normal cartographer. Yeah, because it's moving down and it's triggering before it even touches the bed. So it's triggering before it even touches the bed. Oh, we got a good threshold. And it failed. Yeah, I'm just going to let it do its thing. If this fails, it fails. Whatever. Increase the Z probe offset. That shouldn't matter for touch. It's looking for it to touch. Never set up touch, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna let this finish. Once it finishes, if it finishes, it finishes. If it doesn't, it doesn't, whatever. I'll restart it. I will do a PID tune. I'll double ensure the extruder is extruding the right amount of filament. It should be. I think we've already checked that, but I'll double check it. So we'll do a PID tune. We'll make sure all that's good. I will double check my Z offset is still good, and then we'll do a print. So let's see. So with the Astromech, yeah. So even with 0.2 layer height, it's ever so slightly less filament. 0.8 nozzle, 0.2 layer height, 2 walls, 4 bottom, 5 top, and like 15% infill. I think, yeah, 15% adaptive cubic infill. We are still looking at a day-and-a-half print for an entire dome. And look how it does the avoiding infill at the top. It prints these like little spurs as it goes that it builds up on. So it prints these like little spurs for the dome to like rest on as it goes. So you don't have to worry about infill. And then what I might do is cut out some of these later. In case I'm printing the Mark IV if I do it, which is like a simplified droid, so not like all the panels open and everything. It's pretty simple. But what I might do is still modify some of the files for some basic stuff. I'm thinking of pairing it with the Mando, because I already have a Mando suit. For those that don't know, I have a heavy Mando suit I built a couple years ago. I might go and do like a once-over on that suit, kind of finish it up. It's already done, but like finish it up a little bit more. And then make the droid go with the Mando. It would be kind of cool to have his controller be a wrist thing, so I can like drive him around with my wrist while wearing the suit. That would be kind of cool. But I might make him like a sneaky little guy. Like have him, instead of having arms that come out, like have him like hand me a pistol or something. That'd be kind of funny. Or do something like that. Pretty likely to fail. They work pretty good apparently. Remember, they're just support. They're just there so that the ring has something to sit on, so it's not as crappy on the inside. So. Yeah, so touch doesn't really work, I don't think. Okay. Okay, let me home it all. So home all. Home all. Okay, don't crash on me. Let me just go double check my Z is good. Okay, so move. We're gonna go down. 5, 6, 7. Okay, let me just double check. Yep. Okay, so Zed's good. So go up 50. Let me kind of lock these wheels quickly. I need if you were at Rocky, or if you were at 3D Printopia, I need to print that little thing Big Tree Tech had to lock these wheels quickly. Because right now, I'm just locking these front two. I gotta lock the back ones. This thing moves a lot if it's not locked down. Oh, that's a spider. That is a... Get out of here! Nope, don't... You're coming for me! Ah! Go away! I'm gonna squish you under your thing. It's in the 3D printed shoes! It's in the 3D printed shoes! There we go. Okay. Good enough for now. They're in the shoes! Okay. So we are there. Should I load filament in it for the PID tune? No, but I will put the fan on like 25%. Not that it really matters. Flipper, PID tune. What is the PID? What is it? There it is. PID. Okay, there we go. $250. Go. The dome in pieces or the full dome? I can do the dome in pieces. So I mean, I could do the dome in full body, but I could also do the body in 3 parts. So the 3 parts for the entire body of the astromech right here. Hey, the heater works. It's a good thing we checked that. Thermistor works, but does the heater work? Well, we're finding that out right now. There we go. Ooh, I'm excited. Are you excited, class? I'm excited. Luke, for Pet G, what should we put here? What right now I have a cap for 45 millimeters cubed. Highly brand dependent. Oh, epoxy the pieces, don't gloop. How many years till you start involving the kid in the builds? I have an XRP robot kit that the little guy wants to build in a video with me, and he's 7 right now, and I might do it. The thing is, I haven't had him on streams in a bit. It hasn't happened in a while, but somebody was leaving weird comments. They're not a member of the community anymore, don't worry. They've been yeeted. But I find it weird seeing kids on YouTube channels. I don't like seeing kids on YouTube. I don't think social media is a thing kids should be exposed to. My little guy doesn't have a phone, obviously. He doesn't have a YouTube account. He doesn't play Minecraft. He doesn't do any of that shit. He can play a Nintendo Switch. He can beat Mario Odyssey though. I smell burning. I smell burning. Then again, there is plastic in there. There is ABS in there because that nozzle, I did flush it out with some ABS because I didn't know what was in it. So, one thing on stream. Yeah, kids on stream are weird. People on the internet, no offense to anyone here, but people on the internet are weird with kids. I just don't want to expose them to that. If you notice, he used to be on the stream every now and then. He would just come out and say hi. We avoid that. A video, it might be okay. We might involve him in a video with the XRP kit. Look at this. A day and 4 hours. Jeez. Okay, I got to get a tuned profile for CF Pet G, like nailed down. But we're gonna do a cube. We're gonna do a 200% Nero cube. Nero 3D. Where are my models? Nope, not that. I need 3 models. No, not the Gundam. Here, cube. I love how little the stock cube looks on a bed this big. Okay. How big was the cube you printed? I think it was 200%. I'll do a 200% cube. So 200% cube. We will do 0.4 layer height. So that's stock. First layer, outer wall 100%, inner wall 110, top surface under extrude, seam aligned. Do 60 cubic. You think the it's only got a clockwork in there. It's only got a clockwork in there. What temperature should I be printing at? Okay, he's done. Save config. Yep. $250 is fine. Okay. So we got 250 on that, 200 on the bed. It's a 0.8 nozzle. What are my retracts at? I think my 1 mil might be too long for retract. Let's go 0.5. Set hop all surfaces, retraction when switching material after that. Okay. 200 on the bed? No, not 200 a bed. Do nozzle diameter for retract. That's actually a pretty good go-to. We'll do 0.8. 0.8. I don't know what these speeds are. Retraction speed 60? Yeah, it's a Diamondback. It's a Diamondback. Yeah, no, we got 75 on the bed. We got 75 on the bed, 250 on that. Less speed. Yeah, I think that's... Why is that so fast for the retraction? Why is it 60 and 30? Isn't it like normally like 45, 45 or something? 45, 45, 45, 45. Seems about right. It's so weird. I don't do a lot of tuning. Normally I just run my printers at like defaults. There's the speeds. If you want to know what the speeds are for this machine right now, these are them. Slice plate. See what we got. See what we got. So this is a 47-minute print, 78 grams of filament. Speed, where's flow rate? Flow rate. We are capping out at 60 millimeters cubed for the infill. That is hilarious. Okay, let me actually load some filament in here. So temperature, pet G. Do I have snippers over here? I do not. Go get some snippers. I've also disabled the filament runout sensor in the tool head. It was giving me some funkiness and I didn't want to fiddle with it, so I just got rid of it. I will put another filament runout on here eventually, but I'm going to do one up closer to where the spools are, because having it in the tool head is good if you're going to run a filament runout system, but we're not doing that here. Cool down. Okay, extrude, 5 millimeters a second, 25, extrude. And 5 mil, retract. God. Okay, let's send it. Let's send it. Print. Upload print. Unknown command, status heating. Should probably grab some stuff to clean it up for the ooze. Some hefty, it's a 0.8 nozzle and it's a Diamondback, which means if we do a Z negative China, it is chunking this bed. So that's why I'm going to hang out over here. Also, the macro, somebody gave me a macro so that it would heat the beds up independently, and it's still heating them all up at once. Like, it's on a 20 amp circuit, so I'm not popping anything. But in the future, when I do have more equipment over on this side running at the same time, that could be a problem. Look at this Uzi boy. Look at that Uzi boy. Ever tell you I like parafocal lenses? Also, if anyone happens to live in Southern Ontario, like south of Chatham, and knows anyone who does ACM panels, let me know. I need to get some ACM panels made up for this. One, I'm tired of cleaning spiders out of my printer. And two, winter is coming, and I don't want to have to print ABS out here with blankets on this machine. So I need to get this properly paneled up. I just want to get panels that I can literally slap on the side, not the shitty inset ones that come with the kit. So. And also, we will be changing this over to umbilical at some point in the future. I'm not liking these drag chains. They make clicky-clack noises, and it annoys me while I'm out here. You can't hear it because I have noise canceling, but every time they go down, you go click, 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 and it's super annoying. Why is this? Probe range, taller. Oh, it's like right there. Yeah, it's looking for 0.02 and that last run was 0.0204. It's like, oh no, 0.004 millimeter deviation. Whatever shall I do? There we go. Okay, so now probes the bed. They're doing Carto shit. Now it's heating the nozzle up. So this is a 200% Nero 3D calibration cube, which is a modified Voron calibration cube. I'm just hanging out over here. I can't see chat, unfortunately, so hopefully I'm on the right screen. Can you guys see me? Yeah, you guys can see me. How is this? This isn't falling off. I need to put, I don't want to actually bolt this directly to the table. There's enough weight holding it down, but these little TPU feet, which work really good, by the way. If you want to build one of these, I really like these TPU feet that I quickly catted up. They work great. I need to put like little blocks on there so this doesn't actually, you know, slide off like it's kind of doing there. So I got to do that. But it's nice because I can get under the printer here to do stuff. But I need to enclose it, and we need to add some air circulation in here. Because when winter comes, I want to have the air circulating in here to get this nice and toasty. Okay, we overshot that. We went up to 255 when we went to 250. Come down. No, come down. We're at 254, 253. You are oozing a big fat blob right there, just so you're aware, printer. 251. This Pet G might be a little wet. Please stick to the bed. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Oh, I can hear it popping. Mary Poppins, it's popping. Oh God, it is. It is. It is wet. It is wet. I mean, it's been on that spool holder for like, I don't know. It was filament that I used for printing the whatchamacallits. Did I ever tell you I love parafocal lenses? How's that? Lighting's a little bleh. Can you see steam? I can't see steam, but I can hear it popping. Do you want my step files for the one-piece panels? If I would appreciate it, because that way if I do find somebody that can make them, I can just give them the step files. By the way, I love 0.4 millimeter brim. It is so ridiculously chonky on this stuff. But the big problem with this machine, I don't have a proper profile for it. So now that I have the hot end that I know will live in this for a while, I can actually go about actually tuning a good profile for this. Because I'll be honest, that's one of the things I'm disappointed about this machine from Physek, is it literally only came with like one profile, which is a PLA profile. And it was like a 0.4 nozzle, 0.2 layer height profile. So it needs a lot of calibration. This printer needs, I need to do a lot of calibration with this. That's why everything I've printed on it so far has been pretty generic stuff. I got a feeling it's over extruding like hell on the first layer. That would be it. Yeah, that first layer was way over extruded. Let's go down to 100% instead of 120. What size nozzle? 0.8. Look at the flow rate. We're hitting 57 millimeters cubed a second. It's a 0.8. It's a 0.8 Diamondback. We be pimping. Got diamonds in this. I want to be able to print CF Pet G for cosplay and whatnot. Because CF Pet G is a really nice filament to clean up. Wrong way. Over there. So, like the T45 helmet that I did is all CF Pet G. Is that? I don't know. How much is a Diamondback V6 nozzle? It's 76 Great British Buckaroos. Yeah, we're hitting 57 millimeters cubed in the infill. Max 108.2 millimeters. What? I think that was during the initial flow test. Want to see if I can open it? Not during stream. I'm not going to try and open it during stream. Luke, is that list of flow rates something I can share? Or is that, wait, is that flow rate? No, wait, is that, what is average temperature? What is that? What is that number? That's deflection temperature. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I won't share that then. $57 millimeters cubed. I mean, let me go take a look at it in person. Sometimes it's hard to see how it's printing on camera. I mean, it's kind of, right, we're printing, what is this? Oh my God, quit moving, spool. It is printing Polylite Pet G. So it's not like it's some Gucci high quality, you know, Polylite good Pet G, but it's, you know, not designed for like stupid high flow stuff. Also, I need to get some better spool holders. Also, you want to know what's hilarious? This is stupidly quiet. Like, right now, standing in front of it, the loudest noise coming off of it is this fan. This is the loudest noise on the printer, is that fan. We are printing at almost 60 millimeters cubed a second. And I am on the other side of a shelf from it, and I can barely hear it. I can hear it when it does the retraction. I can hear the when it does the retraction. Also, look how stable that is. Look how stable that is. Damn, son. Look at that. Let me make sure I don't have anything stupid set up here for the extruder with power. Yeah, max power 1. Okay, good. Look at it go. Heck yeah. Thermal mass go burr. It's funny. It doesn't look like it's going that fast. Like speed-wise, what are we hitting? 170 millimeters cubed on the infill? We're doing infill right now. So yeah, 120 millimeters a second, 120 millimeters a second speed. But look at the flow rate at those speeds. Like 189 millimeters a second. That's not fast at all, but we're almost hitting 60 millimeters cubed in flow. Again, I don't really have a tuned profile for this yet. So print quality is going to be whatever it is, but it'll be functional. I have one Trident with a bamboo hardened nozzle and the other has a LDO 60 watt Revo. Yeah, those are all, bamboo hot end's a nice hot end. Like it works. It's a nice hot end. Where's all my CF PETG? I could have sworn I grabbed a whole bunch of CF PETG and I don't know where it is. It might be downstairs. How's that printing? Yeah, we're definitely getting a sheen on the surface finish. So 60 millimeters a cubed is, I got to do that flow test. I got to do that like built-in flow test that actually tells you what the max flow rate you can get with this material is. But we are getting a bit of a sheen on the outer finish, but that happens with high speed of some plastics, so. Just increase temp. All right, let's try 255. What nozzle you got on this? 0.8 Diamondback V6. Print PETG up to 2. Okay, let's go 260 then. 260. Go to 260. I'm the guy that had the weird multi-board errors. It was a combo of too high a print temp and heat creep with thin-walled large prints. That could do it. I dare say the one with the bamboo nozzle prints cleaner than the Revo. Both printers are pretty much identical too. It is what it is. Like some nozzles, I really like Revo nozzles, like the Revo ecosystem. I like on my standard machines because it's a nice system. I like the system and it prints really clean for me. But when it comes to when you have multiple printers, you'd be surprised how sometimes a stupid little difference between them will make a huge difference in print quality. You can tell when it's doing an overhang. I could be doing 120 with conduction. Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't want to go too fast because this is still just a stealth burner. It's not like I got a freaking blowimatron in the tool head. I mean, if I need to go stupid fast, I have this guy. I have a quad XY Trident with a regular Chube in it. Although I need to get a profile for it so I can actually print good with it. It prints like poop right now. Doesn't have a good profile. Luke, send me the profile you guys had with the Trident at the show. I'll just use that as a base if you have it. Yeah, black PETG on a crappy camera with a sensor that does not have enough light aimed at it will definitely not show up good on camera. Let me take a look at it in person. Yeah, it's unevenness in the shyness, but the actual layer stacking is clean. And the print itself. Also, it probably doesn't help that this filament is moist. Yeah, this filament is wet. It is moist. It is damp. It is wet. I don't know, I'm trying to think of as many adjectives for wet. Also, I don't think a Clockwork 2 can punch 120 millimeters cubed a second of flow pushing of a filament. Like, you can't really see, but the spool holder, the spool is that spool is spinning. That spool is spinning. $10K RPM 5015 from Devil Designs. I mean, I could do that. That would be an easy drop in. I just love how stable the temp is. Like, look, we bumped it up. You could tell when I bumped it to 255 and then to 260, and it's like, I'm thinking 0.2 degrees Celsius. Oh, 0.3. 0.3 Celsius deviation. Oh, there's a 0.5. But like, that is surprisingly stable. But it's also doing a bit of bridging at that time, so that's probably impacting it. Remember, if you are interested in getting one of these Chubies, there is a link in the description. It is an affiliate link, but you also save 5%. And I think that's good for everything on the Luke's Lab site. I think everything. But yeah. So if you want to pick up one of these for yourself and help out the channel at the same time, there you go. The Chube Clockwork on a Phoenix. This isn't a Phoenix. This is a VentureXL. Including filament? You have filament? I gotta check out your site. What's on the Luke's Lab site? Luke's Lab. What do you have? Look at all this stuff. 3D printers, merch. What do you got for merch? You have Chube socks? How come I don't have Chube socks? Clearance. What's on clearance, Clarence? Plated copper nozzles V6. Hardened steel nozzles with DLC coating, Fadus V6. 0.8, 20 bucks. Grab a bunch of those. Crampon. Where is filament? Upgrades. Where's filament? Shop all. 2 steps. So this is your in-house brand filament. PPS CF. What do we got here? 1 kilogram, 170. Simple nonsense made from Lubicom resin. Fancy, fancy, fancy. Does it come in 20 kilo spools? That is the question. And let me, yeah, that filament is definitely a little on the wet side. Oop. Do we got a failure in the corner there? What's going on there? Or is that just an optical thingamabobber? That's just optical, yeah. I mean, it is looking really good, but you can tell the filament is wet. Like, you can tell the filament is wet. Also, this makes a click, and I don't like it. The stupid chain, every time it lays down, makes a click, and I think it's something wrong with the extruder. But it has nothing to do with that. Thoughts on high temperature trident build using stealth burner and high temp revo? Do you think you'll be able to print the hot end at a PC? I have Toasty Boy is a modified Voron V 1.8, so the version before the Trident. It has an afterburner tool head and it has high temp glass filled nylon hot end mount, and it holds the E3D Revo high temp, and it will go up to 500C on the hot end, and it will survive that. Use that info as you will. But I haven't done like, I haven't printed at those temperatures. I've printed at like 440 on it, I think. I'm trying to remember what we printed PEC on it. We printed PEC on it, and it printed PEC fine. We printed a PEC Benchy and survived. But I think it has less than like 6 hours of printing like high temp material. So, but it held up for those 6 hours. but I just haven't used it. Because right now, if I need to print anything fancy, like the fanciest filament I'm printing regularly right now is PPS. And I've maybe printed maybe 1 kilogram of that stuff over whatever. And I just use my Pantheon because I have it. I can't not use it. So yeah, this filament is definitely on the wet side, but the actual print, like it doesn't look as good on camera because the camera's making it look worse than it is. But it is printing actually pretty nice. It's printing pretty clean. It's just the filament finish is kind of blah. But the actual print itself is looking pretty like solid. Like, I'm pretty sure I can hear it popping from over here. Check my DM for memes and info. Ooh, memes. I love me some memes. What is this? Venture stand ends left and right? What are these? What is that? What are the venture stands? What are the venture stands? What are those? What part of the printer is that for? Anyways, let me see. Let me look at the memes. Let me look at the memes. Venture stand ends. What is that, Nick? Is it corner caps or something? Anyways, I don't have access to that link, Luke. It says you do not have access to the link. Oh, is it on your server, Luke? Send me an invite. If you have a Discord, send me an invite. Yeah, I don't have access. Yeah, if it's on your Discord, I'll be honest, I've been trying to avoid joining. Oh, it's not your service. Yeah. Just take a screenshot of it and send it to me. I've been trying to avoid joining more Discords because I'm in too many. And the problem is I don't look at half of them. I mean, for those that are on the Voron Discord, you guys know I don't venture down below the admin channels. Like, I'm on enough Discords, including my own, that I can't be involved in. It's just too much. I'll peek my head in some every now and then. Like every couple of days, I'll just go through them all and just kind of see what's going on. But for the most part, it's like the only ones I'm really active in is like my Discord, which join the Discord if you haven't. It's fun. We post memes and share projects and whatnot. I'm going to be setting up a project channel in the Discord so we can on stream take a look at what you're working on stuff. My Discord, Pay Money Webby Discord, and like the Voron Discord, I'm pretty active, but not in the public channels. There's only so many hours in a day. I know. It's like there's too many Discords. Okay. Oh, you're doing tests. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I won't share that, but that's cool. lukeslab.info bounces to a Unify OS page. Luke, you have something broken. Oh, that's cool. I'm printing a Hornet helmet. Or no, that's Hollow Knight. Or just, I think the character is just called the Knight. Making things. Tech and hardware. And the memes. Let's look at the memes. Oh, can't look at that one. That one's spicy. We do allow spicy memes as long as they're not like offensive spicy. Oh God, I remember these. I remember these. Oh, did you guys see that the Epstein STL files got released? Look at it go! Yeah, I definitely got to try this filament. It is sopping wet. It doesn't help it's been in this garage where the temperatures have swung between like 15 Celsius and 30 Celsius. Yeah, that's a little hot. Trying to touch the, yeah, the layer stacking's good. It's just wet filament, I think. Plus, I probably got to tune a bunch of stuff on it. Should probably, I'm gonna have to redo pressure advance. I got to redo pressure advance tuning. I probably should redo input shaping. Yeah, I got to do a bunch of tuning. Gotta do a bunch of tuning. I'm happy with 60 millimeters of flow. It got more melt in it for sure. Let's let this finish. We'll get a baseline, and then we'll actually go through and properly tune shit. Oh, also on the Tuesday stream, we are starting the Recreator 3D Mark 6 Compact Fun, whatever version it's called. We're gonna be starting that build on Tuesday. I got all the print, the last part for it printed today. It only took like a couple days on the Mark IV. So I got that all printed up. So I would do input shaping on my Mark IVS, but it seems pretty. Steve, you shouldn't have to. It's already come pre-calibrated. So the advantage Prusa has is because all their machines are built the same, pretty much there's only like 3 different values for input shaping, and it just uses whatever one best matches the printer. Like it doesn't need to run input shaping because it already has the values baked into it because they're all built the same. So the Stealth Changer build? The Stealth Changer build will come when I finish printing all the parts for it, and I got to print all the parts again because I want to use the CF ASA that I just got from POLYMAKER. And I just got all the tubes for it because we're putting tubes in it. Tube compacts, but we're putting tubes in it. So, yeah. You're getting VFAs on your Mark IVS? VFAs on a Prusa? Oh my God. PPS CF for the hide. I don't know. PPS CF would be kind of pricey. I don't know how it would fare as the material for a high temp printer. I don't know what its creep values are. That's the biggest problem with like nylon, for example, is nylon creeps. So you got to be very careful of stuff like that. So you might have to anneal your parts, and when you anneal them, you have an issue with deformation. So you might be okay because it's CF or glass filled, which should resist it pretty good, but still, it's one of those things you'd have to like check. What is this nozzle for? It's a 0.8 something. David, seeing your SnapMaker, or seeing the SnapMaker you want in person at 3D Printopia, what's your thoughts and would you get one? I would not get one personally. I don't need it. I have an XL. I'm going to be building a Stealth Changer. I have a Mark IVS with an MMU3. I have all the multi-material and multicolor printing needs already met. I don't really do a lot of multicolor to begin with. And multi-material, when I do it, it's mostly for support or like TPU and some other material. I could do that on the XL already. And the XL does 5. 5 is better than 4, and the XL is bigger. So when I have the Stealth Changer, I'll be able to do that with ABS because it'll be enclosed. So my multicolor, multi-material needs are already met. I will not be purchasing a machine to do something that I already don't really do that often, and I already have machines that fill that need already. However, if SnapMaker were to send me one, I would have no problem playing with it because I actually am kind of impressed with it. The machines that I saw on the floor were definitely machines that are pre-production machines, and they could use a little fit and finish work. Some of them had panel fitment issues, and one of them stopped working. It got a little, it just stopped working properly. They are pre-production machines, so they're not production machines. But from what I saw, I was impressed. And those that pre-ordered it are probably going to get a good machine. Bamboo's panicking for a reason. They put all their eggs in the single nozzle multicolor market and basket, and they were not prepared for somebody else to come out with a cheap tool changer and go, hey, you can actually do multicolor, multi-material, like actual proper multi-material now, because you can't do proper multi-material on any of Bamboo's machine except for the H2D. And you can only do 2 for like $3 grand. So yeah, I think Bamboo is really panicking over the U1 because it basically, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Yes, the XL is expensive. Yes, it is pricey, it's big, it's heavy. It could probably use a little bit more time in the oven, but it works, mine works fine. But once you use a tool changer, you will never want to go back to a single nozzle multi-material, multicolor setup ever again. The amount of time you save, the amount of filament you save, and like less wastage, less time wastage, and just the extra capabilities that actual individual tools have, you will never want to go back to waiting for that AMS or freaking MMU3 to purge prime. Okay, now I can go versus okay, off I go. Seriously, it's like once you experience it, you'll get it. And a lot of people are going to get it with the U1, and I think a lot of people are going to be like, shit, this is awesome. And the H2C or whatever the Bamboo's cooking up, that's not a tool changer, it's a nozzle swapping system. So it'll save you a little bit of purge, but it ain't gonna save you the time, nor, and yeah. And yeah, you'll be able to do proper multi-material with it at least, but you're still gonna have to deal with the time. So yeah. Have I messed with Mad Max? I'm a fan of the Mad Max movies. I do have my assless leather chaps in the closet for when the apocalypse does happen and we all need to drive around hunting for gasoline. But I don't make it like my entire personality. H2C. I don't think it's going to be a hot mess. I think it will work. The problem is it is H2D price plus like another grand. How much is a nozzle? How much is like a nozzle hot end combo for the H2D? Bamboo H2D hot end. Like how much is it for the hot end on an H2D? So they are, so it's like a 0.4. How much? So 25 CAD. So you're gonna need 6 of these. So 6 of those. Oh wait, no, and you need heaters and everything for them. Because it has the heaters built into it. It's not, is it inductive or is the heater built in? Is it an inductive heater that heats them? Or is there heater cartridges in it that are receiving power wirelessly? I don't know how it is. Either way, you're gonna need 6 of them. And then you're gonna need that whole pallet changing system. And then you're gonna need, the tool head is probably gonna have to be modified to be compatible with it. It does not seem like an elegant solution at all. It really seems like, oh shit, we really need to come up with something that can compete here, but we can't, like, because all their machines are custom tooling and everything, it's not like they can just like make a new box. They need to like either completely design a new machine from scratch, which they should have done, or take something and shove it into the existing box. And it really looks like the H2C is, we took something and shoved it into the existing box. So, also, Formnext is when companies release their big things. Why did Bamboo release in August? Because everyone else is releasing stuff at Formnext. So just wait for Formnext when everyone else releases their new stuff. What got Bamboo so spooked that they rushed their release on 2 products? The H2S and then tease the H2C. What got Bamboo so spooked that they had to rush release their new products? Is it a response to something that's already coming out? Or is it little birdie told them something was coming out? Who knows? I don't know. Future is coming. Lasers with sharks on them. Or am I just completely making stuff up and just yapping? Who knows? Master Blaster runs by town. H2S. The H2S makes complete sense. The H2S needs to exist because so many people wanted a bigger P1, but instead the H2S is a bigger X1. People still want that bigger P1. Although the H2S is pretty, like, how much is it? Bamboo H2S? How much is it Canadian by? I mean, it's still $2,000 Canadian. Plus shipping and everything. And that comes with the AMS, which a machine that big, you're gonna want the AMS anyways, at least for filament rollover. But it's 340 by 320 by 340. Like, you can build a 350 Voron for roughly the same price. It'll have a little bit bigger print volume and it's fully open source. This is the Voron that you buy off the shelf, finally. Except when you want to print PLA with another material and it tells you you can't. Because that's what Alan Mandic ran into. Where was it? I think it was Alan. Yeah. Yeah, he was trying to print something with high temp carbon fiber, so high temp nylon with PLA support, and Bamboo's like, no, you have PLA loaded, you can't run the chamber heater. And it's like, you can't just tell the machine, do what I told you to do, you stupid machine. I own you. It's like, nope, you can't do that. We do not allow it. Versus, you know, a Voron where it's like, fuck, go, man, go, do what you can do. You catch fire, you catch fire. There's a market. No, Steve, do you want to pay $2,500 for a V0? Because that's how you pay $2,500 for a V0. If you wanted me to build you a V0, it would cost you $2,500. And that's a V0. Okay? No calico for Bamboos. Yeah. Hey, printer, if you lose connection to your tool head, just keep printing. YOLO. Yeah, this Pet G is definitely, I can hear it crackling. I can hear the pops. Also, we are getting a little bit of belt dust buildup. And I gotta play around with some of this for alignment, but it's working pretty good. How's that one? Oh. Yeah. I think it's the soft aluminum on the teeth wearing on the belts. It's when the nozzle swap marking, when they said the X1 democratized 3D printing, and then they've closed it down. I mean, it's the DJI playbook. You know it, I know it, we all know it. They make good machines that do exactly what you ask them to do, as long as they can do what you ask them to do, and they're allowed to do what you ask them to do. Like, I got, if any, I do not look down upon anyone who buys a Bamboo. They are great machines for some people. They're just, I personally don't vibe with them. But there is a lot of people that got into 3D printing because of Bamboo machines, how easy they are. Remember, years ago, I did a video where I like basically told people stop buying $99 enders to get into 3D printing, because the amount of people I've spoken to who have bought in those $99 enders, had a shit time, and then got out of the hobby because it was a crap experience is a not unsubstantial amount of people. There is a lot of people that bought that $99 ender at Micro Center that like a lot of YouTubers told them to buy because it's super cheap and oh, it's great to get in 3D printing. And then they brought it home and they just couldn't get it to work and they gave up. Because a lot of people don't want to go through, oh, well, if you do these 24 mods, then the printer prints beautifully. And it's like, no, I just want to take it out of the box and make the stupid, you know, freaking gargoyle or whatever, right? So it is very nice that there are sub $200 machines, the Bamboo A1 Mini. Like it is very nice that there are budget machines that you can tell somebody who's never run a 3D printer before, that has like no tech experience, just buy it and you'll be able to print all the dumb little toys that, you know, you can try and set up your Etsy store with and then fight against all the other people that had the exact same thought. And now there's 8 of you at this little market fair that I went to the other day and it was quite funny. But anyways, yeah, it's great that that exists. But once you get more and more into the ecosystem, you start realizing the downsides of that type of, it's very Apple-esque. It's very walled garden, gated community, curated experience. It's, for some people, that's perfectly fine. But if I want to tell my printer, no, you print PLA supports on that high temp thing with the chamber heater on, do what I tell you to do. If it fails, it's on me. Do what I tell you to do. I want to be able to tell my machine to do what I tell it to do. I own it. So. Centauri Carbon prints better than a P1S. It's a shame the Pico for the Centauri. You know, not to poo-poo on Luke, E3D just came out with hot end for the Centauri Carbon, I believe. And I think they even have a Diamondback version, because that's what the Diamondback folks had at 3D Printopia. They bought a Centauri, they went to Micro Center, bought a Centauri Carbon, and then put their hot end in it and were printing at the show, and then they gave it away at the end of the show. So E3D does have good hot ends for the Centauri Carbon. Like, that's the thing. Luke, great stuff. Tubes are great, but I don't think Luke's little Swift Lays has the throughput to put out hot ends for every other 3D printer on the market. You kind of have to pick and choose what your battles when you're a smaller company. One day, Luke. One day, Luke. One day. So what you should all do is use the link in the video description, save 5%, buy a hot end from Luke's lab right now, support the channel, support Luke, get an awesome hot end, and that'll incentivize him more to spend more of his life in his workshop machining hot ends. I need to get a new calibration cube. That's the old logo. And don't forget, if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do directly, consider becoming a channel member, a Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. Or if you just happen to be new, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out when we do all the fun stuff in the future. What time are we at anyways? 10:42. If I had some beer, I would totally do a Nero After Dark stream. That's what I should do. I should make some honey mead. We were talking about that on Twitch the other day, I think. I should get like one of those honey mead kits on Amazon, because it's fall and like all the orchards have honey nearby, so I can get some like local honey and make some local honey mead. That'd be fun. What toolhead is compatible with the full-size tube? There's a couple. I have a takeoff toolhead, which is, it's pricey. It's all like SLS machine or SLS metal and whatnot. It's a pricey toolhead, but it's a nice toolhead. The full-size tube is tubes are pricier, but they're all made in America and whatnot. So if you're into that, there's also that too. But you definitely want to put it in a machine in the way that takes the most advantage of it. Don't be putting a tube in your Ender 3. As I, am halfway to putting a tube in a printer pot, simple metal. Anyways. Printing with, dude, I still remember I saw somebody, I think it was on the 3D printing subreddit. They had I think it was an Ender 3 or one of like the knockoff Ender 3s. They had a mosquito in it, a mosquito hot end, a Duet 2. This is back like 2018, 2019, I think. They had a mosquito hot end, a Duet, a Bondtech extruder, and they had something else on it too. I'm like, they put like 5 times the value of the printer on the printer, and guess what? It's still printed like ass. It's the print that they showed off. I'm like, I couldn't even tell you did anything to the printer. Like there is such a thing as diminishing returns, just so you're aware. Just learned Luke's lab is in Wisconsin. Ooh. I've heard good things about Wisconsin. It's cold in the winter. You're next to Minnesota, which is a pretty cool state. You have a football team people seem to like. You like cheese. I can vibe with cheese. I like my cheeses. I should make my way out there one day. You guys want to see a Luke's Lab tour video and live stream on location? Maybe we can work something out in the future. We'll figure it out. Luke, you are not on the same latitude as me. I am further south. I am further south. Wisconsin is right here. I am down here. Nowhere in your state is further south than me. You are like, I'm further south than your entire state. I'm further south than Northern California. That's trippy. I'm further south than Northern California. Like, there's actually a surprising amount of the US in terms of land. Not people. Ain't nobody lives out in this fucking area. But there's a surprising amount of the US that's actually further north than the southernmost point of Canada. And I think that throws off a lot of people. You guys are colder too. The jet stream kind of does like one of these loopies, and it comes down like here, I think. So our winters are surprisingly mild. Like, we do get cold, but the majority of our winter here is like wet. We get like, it'll snow, and then like snow doesn't stick around all winter. Like it'll stick around for maybe a week, and then it gets like that one day above zero where it kind of all melts, and we don't really get a huge buildup of snow. Like, we call the snow belt around London. Once you get about north of London and north of London, snow kind of sticks around for most of the winter. My brother lives up in Ottawa. They get a lot of snow. Down here, our winters are more just kind of wet and windy. We get snow, but it doesn't really stick around a lot, which kind of sucks. Well, Toronto winter, they're on the lake, right? So near Barrie. Yeah, that's north of me. Plus, you know, global warming. I seen a thing, CBC had a news article where you put in your city and it would tell you based on current like trends, what American city you'll be like closest to weather-wise in like 20 or 25 years. And it's like, Windsor, Ontario will have the same kind of like climate as Dallas, Texas. And I'm like, ew, it's hot down. Ew, no, I don't want that. Because we're also surrounded by the Great Lakes, so it's humid as shit. We almost done? We're almost done. It says 100% on the readout, but I don't think that's right. I don't think we're at 100%. Also, I don't think my bearing's gonna fit. I don't have a, what's a 200% at 608 bearing or F625. Okay, this is correct. This says 96 on the screen. It's saying 100%. So Windsor is the new Florida. I mean, you know, when the Toronto housing market exploded, we had a lot of people in Toronto sold their houses and then retired down here. So I kind of get it. Drove our housing prices up. Luckily, we bought our house before that happened, but oh man. North Bay in February for work is not a fun place with you guys. Dude, I have been, yeah, North Bay is cold. I have been up to here. The furthest north I've been is here, Rankin Inlet. Yeah, I've been here. I've walked this road. I will show you exactly where the Timmy's is. It is, so we stayed in these hangars, which the Canadian government built right at the end of the Cold War and never used because the Cold War ended. So they were designed for like forward stationing F-18s. You walk up this road and you come up this way, you go around here, and there's the Timmy's. It's in a grocery store. Yep. It's in there. And we ate all their donuts. They ran out of donuts. And then there's also like a, yeah, I think, was it this place? There was another place that was like, they had burgers. And we ate out all their hamburger. We ate all their hamburger. They didn't have any hamburger left. They're like, we will not have hamburger for 3 more months. And I'm like, well, you guys sold it all. They're like, yeah, true, but still. Winterlude Festival. Yeah, I did. Was it last year the Rideau Canal didn't freeze or something like that? Rankin Inlet have some bass. Rankin bass. But no, they don't have any bass. There's no rivers. It's right on Hudson Bay. So they got polar bears. We had to have one guy sit out at, we had to have freaking fire watch, but instead of fire watch, it was polar bear watch. We just had to have guys sit out outside the tent freezing their butts off with a shotgun just in case a polar bear showed up. We had a native guide with us, and the native guide's like, just go to bed. Like, the polar bears are like 50 kilometers out on the ice, at the edge of the ice. They're not going to be here. Go to bed. Yeah, oh yeah, Panama, they didn't have their cold. Yeah, there's like a big underwater current that brings up like cold water around here, like along the coast or whatever. And it brings up like a lot of nutrients and whatnot. And that just didn't happen this year. It's happened every other year that we know about. It just didn't happen this year. It's like what happens if, what is it called? What's the name for the current here that brings all the warm water from the Caribbean and makes like, you know, look how far north United Kingdom is. Like, if you didn't have all the warm water coming up from the Caribbean to keep like this area kind of warm, this area would be like tundra and crappy. Moloch, that's what it is, Amok. Yeah, there's this whole current, and the thing is, it's very reliant on the salinity of the water. So like if all this fresh water that's locked up in ice melts, it dilutes the water here of salt, which changes its like where it, like its density, which can basically crash the entire current system. We're getting really close to like really effing up our planet. It's kind of like, part of me is like, dude, we have a lot of power. We effed up our planet. And then part of me is like, wait, we live on this planet. That's not good. Like, to be fair, it takes a lot to kill a planet. You got to do a lot of damage to kill a planet, and we're doing pretty good at it so far. But yeah, that's not good. Okay, this is not gonna fit in my there we go. I was like, I can't really put this in my freezer to cool it off. So we got a bit of stringiness. So let's take a look. So again, this is 0.8 layer height with really wet, really kind of wet PETG. So yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. But I mean, like, it is solid. Okay, the lighting is doing no favors to this. There's a little bit of under extrusion right there. But like the text, like the lighting is not doing any favors for it. But when you hit it with like not harsh lighting, it ain't bad. Wet PETG, wet black shiny PETG. Oh yeah, definitely got to do some input shaping. Wet black shiny PETG is not the best thing to test a hot end with. What are we at stability wise or dimensional? Then they say we were running. No, it actually takes a long time. It's called peak oil. Eventually, they figured there would be a time where demand for oil would outpace supply of oil. It was called peak oil. Okay, when I'm 37 growing up, that's what we were told. Like, eventually we're gonna hit peak oil, where demand for oil would outpace our supply of oil. The thing is, we've actually hit it already and we're past it, because demand for oil is actually going down because of, solar, nuclear. Well, China's building a lot of nuke plants because for some reason the Western world decided to stop building nuke plants because stupid. But anyways, we need to build nuke plants. But anyways, thanks to renewable, solar, wind, just vehicles being more energy efficient, whatnot, demand for oil is actually, like, as far as I'm aware, is like plateaued, kinda. And there's still some in the ground, but the thing is, eventually we will run out of it. There's only so much, and we will run out. So you might as well kind of plan for running out instead of like, hey guys, we ran out. Oh shit, now we have to figure out what we do. We should probably figure it out before we run out. So. That ghosting, yeah, there's ghosting. I got to redo the input shaper on this, I think. I don't even know. Yeah, so it's 200%. So 200%, and it's a 30 mil cube. So that is, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Okay, it's good. How are we on the Z? Okay, we're 0.2 mil out on the Z. 0.7. It's hard to get a good Z reading. There we go. Yeah, we're out a little on the Z. But I'm okay with a 0.02 deviation on the X and the Y. I'm okay with that. Sure, exactly. Think of the short-term profits. Gotta clean off the brim. I love chunky brim. Yeah, the first layer is actually pretty good. Like, look, that first layer is pretty solid. But it's also textured PI, and I tend to over squish it, but I don't know what it is. But yeah, you're right. The first layer was 120%. Okay, poor Pluto, dude. Okay, Brian, I'm an adult. Okay, I'm closer to 40 than I am to 30. I have a son, and my son is really into space. And it still trips me up when I read a book about space to him, and it's like, there are 8 planets. And I'm like, well, yeah, there are 8. But like, my brain is still, no, there's 9. We won't forget you, Pluto. And we do have a little bit of wispiness in there. But again, sopping wet PLA or PETG. So, okay, okay, we should probably, let's do an input shape. Let's rerun an input shape. Let's home it. Pluto is a planet. It is a dwarf planet. It's actually kind of cool. It's like there are 8 planets and there are several dwarf planets like Pluto, Ceres, Maki, I think. There's a couple dwarf planets. But okay, so now shaper calibrate. Oh yeah, it does the old input shape thing. Pluto is a Plutoid. Okay, what are other settings? So we got some ghosting. Layer stacking is pretty consistent. So I'm going to redo the print input shape. I'm going to redo the pressure advance. I can hear it vibrating. It is vibrating. I'm going to redo the pressure advance test. So let me get the pressure advance going here. Calibration, pressure advance. We will do, it's that. We will do the PA line, bing, bang, boom. There we go, slice plate. There we go. We'll do that. Does anyone sell pre-wire? Ooh, okay, something's rattling. What is rattling? I probably have something. Something was rattling. There's a screw. Oh, it's probably this screw right here. Probably the screw. Hopefully that screw wasn't needed. Yeah, okay, everything, okay. Yeah, probably that screw in the extrusion that was rattling. Hopefully the front doesn't fall off. Well, we're not printing PEC here. How fast do the printer is flow capped. We were printing this cube right here, and the fastest print speed we got on it, it needs calibration. It needs calibration. The fastest we were printing this cube at was 192 millimeters a second. We can't go faster than that because it outruns the hot end, or at least we were flow capped to 60 millimeters cubed a second of flow. We might have some more room in the overhead and the hot end, but I really don't like running my machines right at the edge. I like running them with overhead built in just in case. It's nice to have an overhead buffer. But literally this machine cannot move as fast. With the current setup I have with a 0.8 nozzle, 0.4 layer height, it literally cannot move at its max speed. It will outrun the hot end. And outrunning the hot end, there's no point in printing if you're outrunning your hot end. What's the point of printing crap? What are we doing, speed benchies? What's the point of going too fast? We want to print usable stuff. I don't have a Magnum Plus. I do have two original production mosquito, or not original production, but like first generation mosquitoes. I do have two of those. So we're letting input shape do its thing, then we're going to do a pressure advance, and then we're I might run the cube again just to see how it comes out with that. See if there's any better. What's the budget high flow? I mean, if you're looking for like a budget high flow hot end, I mean, Rapidos are still kind of like go-to. Everyone has them. They're easy to get. They're cheap. They're easy to. They go in a lot of printers. Although I'm pretty sure the Pika goes pretty good. Well, Pika's got some pretty good flow rate. Budget high flow, just get a bamboo hot end. Yeah. Big. USA labor. Yeah. Like, you're not going to be manufacturing anything in the US cheaper than what you can get, but you can get more personalized stuff built for potentially a better quality. Okay, let's do this pressure advance test. What's considered high flow? So I consider regular flow at up to about 15 millimeters cubed. Regular flow is up to about 15 millimeters cubed. 15 to 20, 25-ish, I consider higher flow. And then anything above like 25, 30, I consider high flow. And then ultra high flow is like over 50. But there is no standard. It's like, this is like the problem you have where companies like, oh, our hotend can do like X amount of millimeters cubed a second. And then you look at their white paper and it's like, yeah, printing like the absolute best ABS resin that you like, printing MG94 Gucci AF ABS resin at like 380 degrees Celsius, where it basically turns into nothing but water and smoke. I mean, yeah, of course you're getting good flow rates. Like that's kind of the problem. So there really is no like international standard of what is considered standard flow, high flow, ultra high flow. It's just kind of like, yeah. I'll reduce the wages to, you better be paying your employees more than minimum wage. I mean, freaking US minimum wage is poverty wage. Here in Ontario, it's like $17.25 an hour, I think, right now. Minimum wage. Yes, the Canadian dollar is not as good as the American dollar. It's still more than $7.25 or whatever it is over there still. Ridiculous. It's like PLA plus. Yeah. Like, I'll be honest, I'm actually one of the few critiques I have for POLYMAKER Filament is I really wish they had more ABS, ASA, not like Polylite ABS or ASA. I'm like, no, give me like actual ABS. Give me actual ASA when I want it. The blends are nice to have. They're a little bit more forgiving and everything, but like, I'm disappointed. We used to have a company in my town called Replatech. I'm pretty sure they closed up completely now, but they had a filament manufacturing line and they made MG94 ABS. They sold it in 600 millimeter or 600 meter spools. That way you got the same length of filament no matter what product you buy. Because fun fact, a kilogram of PLA is different than a kilogram of ABS. You can actually print more ABS than PLA because of density, right? Less dense filament, you get more filament per kilogram. So you can print more benchies. So they sold it by length. So you always could print the same amount unless you were printing by density. But anyways, long story short, their ABS was MG94 resin-based ABS, which is like the Gucci shit. And I loved it. It printed like butter. Super good quality, really good layer adhesion. Prints came out beautifully. A lot of my Mando armor is MG94 ABS. And yeah, they just, nobody, it's not as easy to get anymore. So. Boy, take some money. Yeah, but you still got like the startup mindset grind, right? I don't know why it's probing the whole bed. The print is only that much, but whatever. So yeah, that's one of the things I wish POLYMAKER did more of. But their biggest market is the average person. The average person is looking for like Panachrome funky color stuff to print PLA, right? Like, yeah. KVP. The problem is with a lot of that other stuff too, is a lot of them don't really ship to Canada, and when they do, it's pricey. So there's a reason I have a lot of POLYMAKER in stock, except for the buttload of leftover PETG from Prusa that I have from the Gundam. Which is why this machine's been printing a lot of PETG, because I can't really print ABS on it until I enclose it. So PETG it is. Yeah, this year we hope to end the startup bullshittery. Kids needs, Lisa needs braces. Dental plan. Why are you probing the whole bed, printer? Okay. It's probing the whole bed. Buy 3 kilogram spools. That's usually what I do. POLYMAKER has a, I don't know if it's with all of them, but they have like a, if you need up to X amount of filament per year for projects, we'll send it to you kind of thing. Like I'm not allowed to print stuff with it and like sell it. Like I can't print stuff and then set up a store and sell it with the filament they give me. But it's like basically like, hey, if you need filament for a project, as long as you say, hey, it's POLYMAKER filament, I can get it from them for free. But I have to use it for stuff. So that's why, you know, I just put in a big thing for the PPS stuff and the glass filled stuff and the ASA that they just came out with. Like I'm going to be using that and stuff for the channel. So it's promotional. So they have like a promotional budget for content creators. Stable body eats 3 kilograms a day. This machine will do 3 kilograms a day. Depending on what you're printing, it will do up to 3 kilo. I've done 2.3 kilograms in 18 hours is like the most single print I've done on it. Yeah. This will chunk down filament. Like when I was printing shoot, what was it? What was I printing? I was printing something with the 3 kilogram spools on it. I can't remember what. Oh, the base for the Gundam. The base for the Gundam is like 3 kilograms and I printed it in like 23 hours. So, yeah. All right, so we're gonna let this do its thing. We'll update the value. I'll start the cube print again at 260 and then we'll call it there. A Simpsons reference. Always got to fit in a Simpsons reference. You know what's scary? Okay. This blew my flipping mind and I don't like it. They're coming out with a second Simpsons movie. Okay, they're coming out with a second Simpsons movie. And they've announced there's going to be another Simpsons movie. It's coming out in 2027. Okay. When the first Simpsons movie came out, a lot of jokes around that was it took so long to make that movie. Like The Simpsons stopped being good well before the first Simpsons movie came out. And the first Simpsons movie was pretty good. I liked it. But yeah, long story short, the first Simpsons movie, when it came out, a lot of people were like, holy shit, it took so long to make the first Simpsons movie. And then at the end, they tease a second movie. And that's finally coming out now in 2027. It has been longer from the first Simpsons movie to the second Simpsons movie than from the start of The Simpsons to the first movie. It's been 17 years since Spider-Pig. Came out in 2007. Like 17, 18 years since Spider-Pig. It's been that long. I don't like it. I can hear the filament popping from over here. Yeah. Yeah. We're all getting old. It's like, what is it? Dan Costella, the guy who does the voice of Homer, is he's 67. It's like all the main cast of The Simpsons are all in their late 60s and 70s. Like I watched the clip the other day. I watched the clip from like a recent season of The Simpsons, and I thought it was fake at first because all their voices are different. They're just all old as shit now. It's like all the characters are like freaking, what's her name who does Marge? I'm like, oh, her poor voice. I saw the first. I am older than The Simpsons as a TV show. I'm younger than The Simpsons as The Simpsons existing, but the first episode of The Simpsons came out a year after I was born. So I am older than The Simpsons as a TV serial show. So. So yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. By the way, I will say these 3D printed shoes that I got from Big Tree Tech are holding up, are so far been extremely comfy, but both of the shoes have broken already. I have a rip right in the back here where it's split. I've glued it together with Ultra Bond general purpose adhesive. I'm pretty sure because I tried super glue, and also you can see it's splitting down here. You can see it's starting to split down there along the layer line. So BQ gave me these shoes after Rocky Mountain. I'm wearing these every live stream that I do until they fail. I want to see how long they last. I have also worn them to the park once. I went with the little guy to the park and I wore these, but these I wear every time I live stream. So every time I live stream, I wear these shoes and I want to see how long they last. With repairs. I'm allowed to fix them, but I'm gonna, because they are comfy. They're actually very comfy on my feet. It's like walking on pillows. I wouldn't want to drive in them or anything, but I think it's because when I put them on, the heel gets like kind of mushed as I slip them on, because they are slip-ons. The heel needs more beef to them. So, pretty mad at Kevlar. They're printed out of Morflex. I want to try printing some TPU shoes, some flexible shoes on the Prusa XL. What I would love to try and do is get like several different materials and try and like print in, like, you know how shoes you have like the more rigid part, like the shank, print in like a shank out of like a more rigid TPU. So print like multiple different materials in different colors, like have like black and orange with a shank in it or something. Like, I think it would be kind of fun. But I would need to design a shoe that can do that. Or you could just probably paint it, I think. I tried printing Dutch shoes, but they kept getting clogs. Okay. Sensible chuckle. Sensible chuckle. How are we at? We're almost done. Almost done this. I can hear one squeaky bearing. Hear one squeaky bearing in here. I'm trying to think, when this finishes and we update our settings, I want to try playing around with some slicer settings as well. We've already dropped the infill quite a bit because it was like way crazy on the infill. What other settings do we got to play with? I think inner wall, we'll drop that down to 100% as well. And then solid infill, we'll drop that down as well to 100%. Because usually I only do outer wall Drop the outer wall down to 98%. I usually under extrude the outer wall. I'm trying to think of other settings we can do to make this look better. Because yeah, it's wet, shiny PETG. We're only gonna get so much out of it. Any stringy is like wispy. So I don't care about wispy stringing because that's really easy to get rid of. You just kind of brush it off. Okay, what are we looking at for input shaper? It looks like ass, all of it. Those values look horrible. 1 second here. Let me get that off the bed. Get this off the bed. By the way, the BQ scraper is great for getting stuff off the bed on this printer. Okay. These values all kind of look like ass. There is no consistent line across. That all looks like butt. They're all narrow here. Probably just leave that value alone. That looks like butt. Tuning while wet. Yeah, tuning wet filament is probably not a good idea. Can't reload that. Okay. Nope, I want to go to 3 models. There we go. Okay. Trying to think of other settings that we may have to play with. Top surface is okay. I mean, it's not great, but wet filament probably. You know what? Let's bring that up a bit. Let's bring top surface up to 96. 96. Oh, percent. Slice gap closing, arc fitting. I don't know what it is. It's precise set height. What does that do? What's that? Nah. Arachne. Oh, speed. Let's see what we got for excels. Outer wall excel. We'll bring that down to 2200 for outer wall excel. Travels, yeah, eat that. Okay, let's try that. And then we're going to do the draw. So if you have not entered for your chance to win some POLYMAKER filament, every stream we give away a spool of POLYMAKER filament. Link for that in the description below. So go get up on that because we're going to be doing that draw in a second here. And then after that, we're going to call it. So do that. Save. Cool. Yeah, sure. Okay. Slice plate. Print. Upload and print. There we go. I mean, it is a pretty solid print. The inside is looking a little rough, I will say. The interior wall. So far, what I've been using this printer for is basically printing big things that either don't... Like, I will say, it did print PLA pretty good. But these were all prints done with the stock hot end going kind of slow. Like, this was printed on that printer. But this is with the sail fin hot end with like a 0.4 nozzle, I believe. So like, I didn't print anything with the ultra high flow that was super detailed. Actually, no, the PLA, whatchamacallit was. I think this was too. This was with a 0.8 nozzle, but with 0.2 layer height, I think. Yeah. So it can print detailed stuff, but this is also PLA. And it wasn't printing anywhere near as fast. I think the PLA prints were like capped at like 30 millimeters cubed a second. So trying to find the how fast can we go and still get really good print quality is kind of like a thing. So we'll work on that. But anyways, let's do the giveaway. Let's do the giveaway. Look at the printer printingly. Okay, let's do the giveaway. What? Okay. Melania's payday. Is what it is. Okay, link to sheet, create. So if you did not enter for a chance to win some POLYMAKER filament, you will have another chance on the Tuesday stream. Don't forget, the Tuesday stream is we're gonna start building the recreator. So that'll be fun. That will be fun. That'll be a fun build. Okay, that's funny, Luke. What was this? For your trident for takeoff. Oh, sweet. Sweet. Thank you, whoever that is who sent me the profile. I can't see because I'm in streamer mode and it like hides all your details. So I don't accidentally dox you if I flash the screen. But whoever sent me the profile for the trident, thank you. I need to actually, what I need to do, I need to speak to some of the Voron guys that have Phoenixes up and running so I can get a profile for that thing. Because right now the profile for that thing, I am so like, it's kind of a mess because it's like the original Physek profile, which probably isn't that great to begin with, but it's PLA with a 0.24 nozzle at 0.2 layer heights. And I've just like, yeah, no, 0.8, 0.4, high temp, go, and like changed everything out. So it's obviously not calibrated at all. Okay, come on, marbles, launch marbles. Recreator. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna have to walk around on Tuesday night because I think it's recycling this week, and steal a bunch of plastic bottles out of the recycling bins because I don't drink pop in bottles. Like, this is what I drink. I got my Dr. Pepper Zero. Oh, it is printing. Is it printing? Let me go check. Oh, it is so wet. It is doing the purge line right now, and I could just hear it popping. Oh yeah, it is sopping wet. That filament is sopping wet. Okay, tomorrow I'll feed it some fresh PLA. We'll do some fresh PLA printing tomorrow. Honestly, I just want to kind of get hours on it right now, just to make sure everything is working. Okay, race, add names, clear, open. 187 people, random. Oh, Valentine's Day 187. Go. Got the stealth changer. I gotta print them. I gotta print them all. I gotta get back to printing parts, and apparently I gotta talk to a few people because apparently like the documentation for printing it and what parts to print and what manuals to follow and whatnot is a bit of a mess. So I gotta team up with I think Steve and figure it out. Or talk to Zombie. Okay, how this works, if you win, you get a spool of filament from POLYMAKER, but if I pick your ball, you are the luckiest ball in the world because you also win a free hat. So this one right here is looking all by itself. So you know what? This one, Samao. If you win, you get a free hat. Exclamation mark zoom zoom to make your ball go faster. Exclamation mark gullible to make your ball go faster. And if you like the smash button, ring the bell, and are subscribed to the channel, it makes your ball go faster. Also, if you're really cool and you gift memberships to others, guess what? It makes your ball go faster. And also, if you're subscribed to the channel, guess what? That's right, chicken butt. Time is, oh, it's 11:30 already. We ran long today. We're having fun with the Chube. Look at the Chube, it's doing stuff. I will say it is nice to not have to go all crazy installing new stuff on printers. There's been a lot of cool new stuff on 3D printers, but like so much of it is like, oh, you gotta go through this whole calibration process, or like, it's nice to just be like, yeah, I printed 2 parts, I crimped on a connector and I threw it in, ran a PID, and off it goes. Sometimes it's nice to do something simple. Now I just got to get it, you know, properly calibrated and tuned and fed some proper filament that's not soaking wet. I got to feed it some CF PETG. That's what I got to do. But I don't want to feed it like a lot of CF PETG until I make sure it's actually working. Oh, Tin Talon with the snipe there. Oh. Never mind, Tin Talon. You were in the lead. That printer made a noise. What was that noise? 1 second. We're gonna watch Code Paradox. Oh, somebody went flying. Okay, let me go check the printer. How's the printer printing? Oh, that's good. Booger buildup? No. No, it just... Yeah, we gotta get those PA values better. I gotta get better PA values for it. Do it with some dry filament. Okay, who won? Who won? Sean! Sorry, I wasn't there for the play-by-play. Congratulations, Sean M. You have won yourself a spool of filament from POLYMAKER. You will get an email from me after the stream ends. Well, congratulations. Oh, and also, if the winners from the community contest last week, or yesterday, if they're in chat, you will get your hats or your merch shipped to you whenever Twitter pays me, or not Twitter, Patreon, because I got to go through my PayPal, and my PayPal is empty right now. So I got to wait for Patreon to come in, which will be like two or 3 days. So you get your hat soon. Get your hat soon. I just forgot that I transferred all my money out of my Patreon or my PayPal because I don't like leaving money in there. And I needed it to send you guys your hats. So you just got to wait. Anyways, woo, that was fun. Sean M82. Wait. Oh, wait. How many Seans do I have here? Sean M82. I don't see a Sean M82. I just see Sean M. And there's only one. Okay, well, maybe, I don't know where the 82 went. There is no 82 in the list. So it just gave you an 82 on the end. Okay, anyways, calling it there. Can you send the email right now to get the code so I can send you the code? You guys have fun today? That was a fun stream. Press X to Sean. Sean! Sean! I understood that reference. I never played that game. I did play Detroit Become Human. We played that on Twitch. That was a fun game. Never want to play it again. It's one of those games, apparently, like if you play it a second time, you see how many holes there are in the plot and everything. And it's like one of those games you just play it once, go into it blind, and that is it. So that was a fun playthrough. But anyways, we're going to call it there. We are printing another cube, and as you can see, the filament is soaking wet. So tomorrow I'll load up some PLA on it, and we'll do some proper PLA printing on it, like some clean, fresh PLA. This was a fun stream. This was a nice, simple stream. It's been a while since we had a nice little fun, easy stream like this, where it's like, hey, we swapped a part out, we did some testing, it's working. It's great, except for touch. Touch isn't working, but whatever. So we're gonna call it there. Shout out to POLYMAKER for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Also, huge shout out to Luke's Lab. They provided the Chube, the Chibi Chube, the Chube Compact, if you will, that we installed in the VentureXL that's happily splooging away molten, liquidy, soaking wet PETG that I probably need to throw in the oven. But it's working great. There will be more Chube compact content on this channel because we're putting them in the stealth changer when we get around to building that. If you want to get those, a Chube compact, anything else from Luke's lab or POLYMAKER or whatever, there are links in the video description, affiliate links, don't cost you anything extra, go a long way in supporting the channel. Some of them, like the Luke's lab one, Gamer Subs, 3D Gloop, etc., use code Canuck and save some money. And for those that donate to the channel, give to memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. I would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. It is Saturday night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be safe out there. Wash your hands. And I will see you in the future. Good night.